Hi, Susan Winter for SusanWinter.net. Let's take the case of a new relationship. You like this person. Now, you may be looking for red flags to protect yourself, and that's fine, that's valid. But how do you know if maybe you're putting a red flag on something and the situation really should have been a green flag where you give the person a second chance? Okay, here's how to know the difference. First of all, let's understand that going into a new relationship, we kind of have foggy thinking. If you like this person, you don't have all of your wits about you. That's part of the process. We'd never get involved with people if we really knew what we'll know 10 years later. So part of it is that we go in with all our excitement and our hopeful thinking, and that's how we discover what's wonderful. It's that elation, the honeymoon period, where they are perfect. Okay, that has to happen. But don't doubt the fact that you have your internal computer that will constantly be giving you a readout. Let's say you see something that's a red flag. A real red flag, that is psychological, mental, or emotional cruelty. Anything that reeks of manipulation or enjoying somebody feeling tormented or weak, control issues. These are real, and you are going to see evidence of them. Now, your partner initially may not apply these to you, not right away. So watch and observe how they treat the people around them. Listen carefully to what they say about their relationship with other people. I knew a girl who used to always gloat about how she got back at people and got over on people. And at first I kept thinking, why are you telling me these things? And I thought, that's so crazy. She's such a lovely girl. I can't believe that side of her. They must have done something horrible. It's a real Minnesota thing, okay? Well, of course, in time, she did that to me too. She tried to do something on me, and I saw that. And believe me, I cut that out so quickly. And I confronted her about it. But people are going to be who they are, and they will reveal their hand. So the only thing that is really dangerous are enjoying psychologically controlling people. The kind of person that you want to say, oh, they have a dark sense of humor. No, it's actually called sadism. They're cruel. They like to twist and turn. They like to puncture people. They like to make people uncomfortable. They like to stir people up for their amusement. That's sick, okay? It's funny to a certain degree, and then after that point in a relationship, it is nothing but painful. Look for emotional manipulation. Do they work people, really work them emotionally to get their point, whatever they wanted across, to get their way? That's not going to change. So here's the thing. When we're in a relationship with a person like this, and we've seen the red flags, the first tendency is that we're going to think, well, but when they love us, they won't do that to us. Classic mistake. And we all make it. I made it in a friendship. I know people have made it in relationships, and I have too. So understand that these tendencies that people have for psychological and emotional control are based on an ego in peril. And an ego is never more in peril than when it's in a relationship and it fears its position with you. So if this person is insecure or they're feeling threatened, they will come at you, their mate that they're supposed to love, in full force. It doesn't go away because they love you. It gets augmented because they love you. Those are valid red flags. Now, what about the situation that you're thinking, well, it's kind of orange, almost on its way to red, and it's actually a green flag? This is where your internal computer comes through and will begin working for you effectively. Here's what happens. We amass information in microseconds, and we're not aware of most of it. It goes in fully. Everything that we see and experience goes in, but we only focus on certain things just so we can get through the day and be functional. But don't worry, all the raw data is recorded in your system, and it will be there if you need it. So you might experience a situation that's a glitch. Your new partner makes up a story or does something weird or says they're not going to be in town, and you find them in town, you see them with somebody else. Before you jump the gun, listen, maybe completely valid and you want to get rid of them. Trust your internal computer as you check into it to see, how do I feel about that? And then ask them, yeah, said you were out of town and I saw you on a date. You want to tell me about it? If you can get through that conversation and they can win your heart back and they can tell you they're sorry, and they can tell you what happened, that they were afraid that you might reject them, that they weren't done with this other person, that they felt that their friend told them that the more people you date, the less interested you'll be in one person and you'll be in control. See if you can work your way through it. I have a buddy who was crazy about this woman, and right out of the box, he was so mad for her. He gave her an STD, like not the way you want initial dating to go. And she was a classy lady, had a million options with men. And do you know, to my surprise, she stuck it out. I mean, that's a big deal. Now, for the record, he didn't know he had this. He had no idea, so it's not like he was being cavalier. He was in agony, turning inside out with what he was so guilt-ridden. Now, she must have seen some purity, some real affection. There's no other reason, rationally, for a woman with multiple options to allow that to happen. That would be a red flag for you if your computer spit out, this isn't worth it. This is an issue. We're not going there. Your computer will tell you. Her computer told her, oh man, this is not the way I wanted it to start. This puts me on pause. But there's something about this guy. Damn it. I'm going to deal with it. I'll give him another chance. That's when we take the green flag and give somebody another chance. Remember, I'm not saying, and please don't misunderstand me, I'm not saying, oh, you got an STD, it's fine, give him a green flag. All I'm saying is that this is where you check in, and you will get the sum total of everything your mind recorded, everything that happened that you think you didn't see will come back, and you'll get a yes or a no. And that's the way to tell if it's a real red flag or it's something that you can give them another chance, because there's merit. There's merit in this relationship. I hope this helps you. Susan Winter for SusanWinter.net. And if you prefer to listen on iTunes, tune into The Susan Winter Show. Thanks a lot.